I was starving to the extreme, so I smashed open the dead bison's bones, scooped out the marrow and shoved it into my mouth without caring about the taste. I struggled to crawl to the riverbank and filled my water bottle, but the cold river water hadn't gone down my throat. Before it rushed out from the wound in my throat, back on the shore I grabbed some dry grass and poured out some gunpowder. I applied some to the wound on my neck and used the rest to start a fire. I pulled out the flint and struck it repeatedly. Finally, the dry grass started smoking. Severe pain hit and I passed out. Crows on the tree watched me hoping for an easy meal, but instead they became my food. However, this wasn't enough to fill my stomach. The next day I dug up a root from a rock crevice. I shoved anything edible into my mouth. Suddenly I heard a horse neigh. The Indians had found me. I pressed against the cliff and slid into the water. Curled up behind a rock and held my breath, but I was still discovered. If they caught me, they would scalp me. I had no choice but to swim with all my strength toward the riverbank. Luckily, I grabbed a piece of driftwood and floated far enough to dare climb back to the shore. I was soaked and shivering in the snow, but at least I was still alive. After drying my clothes by the fire, I leaned on a stick and continued walking. The next morning, severe pain woke me up. I tore open my clothes and found that the wound had become infected, but I had to keep going. I staggered into the river and grabbed fish to eat raw. Hunger was almost breaking me. While eating halfway, I heard movement on the riverbank. I limped over a small hill. The sight before me made me stop dead in my tracks.